tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slip now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of finance, real gold. Every sip, every chunk, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Wow, silver, stocks, BTC, pretty much every single asset in the entire world has pumped after Trump caved. He caved, don't you know? He backtracked. He came out like a bull in the gate, and then China and everyone, they just beat him down. They beat him down and he's gone, oh no, I give up, okay, I'll get... No, it's called the carrot and the stick, people. The carrot and the stick. I guess you can see it in any way that you want to. And you know what? That's okay. Let's talk about all of that stuff today, including live gold, silver, platinum, crypto analysis too, XRP, TOSHI, every single thing we do here. If you're watching this on the replay, man, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. If you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main, coming to you live from Melbourne in Australia on X and on YouTube right now. Get your comments in, get your chart requests in right now as well. Of course, the super chats are open. I will give them preference. We've got nearly 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, over 3,500 followers on X. So a lot of comments come through these days. So super chat helps me see you and it helps you support me. Wow, where did that come from? But in the first 1 minute of the show, it's not the 1 minute, clearly this today, but in the first part of the show, we do the synchronized slurp. You missed it yesterday. I know you did. There was a little part of you that went, I didn't get to do the synchronized slurp. This is where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. We slurp them synchronously together. It's what we do here at Good Morning Stackers in the first part. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And you must do it slurp. You must slurp it. It's the honor system. Here we go. Ready? Go. Oh, yeah. I needed that one. Excuse me, everyone, producer. That's just saline. Don't worry, people. I'm not doing the good stuff. Let's do some shout-outs, shall we? Of course, the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. There you go. Gerald Draper, straight out of bat. Cave or mission accomplished. The dollar strength was the issue. All other countries' fiat would be further re-evaluated in the event that would not give him the upper hand on the Federal Reserve. Many people just say, "Oh, he's in it from." I'd call it really the low IQ take. I'm sorry, I'm going to be straight with it. The low IQ, the kind of small, the more closed-minded take is Trump's only doing it for himself. He brought out the tariffs to crash the stock market, and then he colluded with all his rich banker friends, his rich backers, and all these people. And then, so they were going to buy the stocks. They were probably buying them. I'm sure they were. But the thing is that he only did it because of this reason. He's just trying to enrich himself and his friends. Okay. Oh, and then he came out and said, "Hey, I'm removing those tariffs." So he's just trying to do it for himself. He's just trying to enrich himself. That's the low IQ, small-minded take. The guy's been president twice now. He's been shot at multiple times, nearly got killed. Do you really think he wants to die just to, put himself in harm's way just to try and enrich himself? He's already a billionaire. Okay. Oh no, he's been bankrupt. Oh, come on, man. He's rich. He's powerful. He's got everything he wanted. Don't you think he's just trying to help the world now and help America in particular? Yeah, I do. Makes no sense. The other way, GMS. Hey Lance, how's the wife and young'un doing? Lance is here. Great. I want to know about the baby. Boo-hoo and lots more casualties as more wine instead of acting. They continue to be distracted and still nurse on the sippy cup, drinking the Reverend Jim Media Kool-Aid. So much done in the background. I don't know what that reference is to, but that's okay. Mark Florida. Hey, chat mum, pretty ingenious. The emojis. Ooh, emojis. Hey, Lance is back. Not even going to guess what that is. Lance, you can tell me what that is. And please, tell me, how's the family doing? $50.27 in Australian dollars per silver ounce. We are in dip territory. I do agree with that. GMS, says Tony Peterson. Chat mum is here. Gotta love emojis. I do love the emojis. I don't know why some emojis work. So they work, right? And why don't some of the hand pink waving never works? And I don't know why that is. It's really weird. GMS Mon, great to see you. GMS Stackers, face blue smiling. See, some of them work, some of them don't. I don't know why. CT is back. CT from the Lone Star State, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. I just can't wait to visit Texas. When I come to Texas, whenever that will be in my life, as you know, I did live in the States for a bit, but I lived on the East Coast. In New York City, I want to come back to Texas. I want to come back to the States, and when I do, I'll go to Texas for sure. I want you to set up the barbecues of all barbecues, please, CT. And we will be catching up, my friend. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. How are you doing this morning, Jason? How you feeling, my friend? My slep was a hot water bottle behind the tractor seat. Wow. Good on you, Luke Kabassi. Interesting. Final shout-outs, then we'll get to the stuff of the day. Good morning, all. G'day, knackers. Great, Lance. So how's the new Bub doing? Bub has been very good, getting into a very stable routine. Thank God now these days. He's watching with me today. Hang on, because I'm a dad, right? Hey, bud. Hey, Bub. Yo. Hey, buddy. There you go. That's going to go on the blooper reel at some point. Silver Ruger, good morning all. You're welcome. Lance, Mark, Florida. Lance, yes, good on you. Great to see everyone here. Trump's done it again. He's caved. He's backtracked, people. What a weak man. I saw someone on a Facebook group call him a weak man, a weak president, because he's backtracked. He's caved. He's removed. He's paused the tariffs. Okay, come on. Think about it, people. It is the carrot and the stick. That is simply all it is. It's just using the carrot and the stick. Okay, the carrot, the stick so reversing it with the carrot and the stick. The stick is tariffs. Oh yeah, you're going to raise yours? I'll raise mine. You know what? I'm going to set these completely arbitrary things that are based on some weird calculation that we're doing. The calculation meant nothing. It was all about, okay, bang. It was to shock the world. Australia came out, our Prime Minister came out and go, 10%, we've been really good friends. Why would you put 10% on me? Oh, and by the way, I heard now he's willing to negotiate. So apparently Australia's come to the party. 75 countries have come to the party and gone, okay, we'll negotiate. Yeah, no problem. And so that was the stick. And now he's done the carrot and go, great, no problem. So many of you have been so great and so welcoming to negotiate. Fantastic. We're going to put a pause on these and we're just going to lower them to about 10%. So some of you who had like 34%, some of you who had 25%, we'll just lower them to 10%. We'll take a pause on the reciprocal ones and all that. But China, we're upping yours. We're going 125% because you're not playing ball. Okay, it's carrot and the stick. But what we've seen with the pause in the tariffs is yunk. So it's in everything rise. Apparently someone said on another Facebook forum that they've never seen the stock market rise that larger percentage in one day, which could actually be true. Let's take a look at all of the stuff that has gone up. We'll start with precious metals, okay? Excuse me, and I'm going to get your comments, etc., on all of this after the fact. That's not the one I want. This is the one I want. I will come back to that one. Here is silver on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame. Sorry, and I'll pop it on the 4 hour. I will do the daily. Daily price in US dollars, $30.85 US cents. It was good to see us back above 31. That's kind of remaining as an area of resistance there, isn't it? Isn't that interesting? $31. Why could $31 be an interesting level? Well, let me show you. Let's see. This is the smaller term time frame. Okay, we're taking it from this low and this high. You've got this area here that we absolutely have to clear for confidence, and we've talked about it already. Got to clear about $32.20 US cents. Get out of this zone here. This is between the 0.382 and the 0.618 Fibonacci from this low and this high. Okay, starts clearing above 32.20, holding as support. Fantastic. And of course, look, no shit, Sherlock. You know, the higher you go and the higher that it holds as support, the more likely a newer high is to come. Really? Oh, is that true? But yeah, it's still true. $33. You see that 0.236 right there? Oh, it's actually a point. My apologies. It's not. It's 0.786. Right there. We talk about that a lot, and that's at that previous level of $32.30. So this is good. Okay. Doing this, that's good. Okay. Doing that, perfect. You have that as support. That is go, 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 go time. All right. Onwards and upwards we go. Finally, when we break, which we will one day. When that happens, I don't know. Finally, when we break 35 US dollars, many people believe that's like the key to everything. Okay. Even more so than $50. They really see it, like someone like Chris Dwayne, for example, sees that $35 mark. And I would agree. I mean, it's been massive resistance twice now and in previous history as well. That 35, once that clears, it's basically $50 is smooth sailing. After you clear and hold that $35 for a significant period of time, let's call it, you got to close it on the weekly time frame, bare minimum. On the monthly is more preferable. On the longer term time frames are more preferable. Okay, and then onwards and upwards we go. Got to clear first that 32, that area there, right there, 32.20. Let's do that. Fantastic. But in terms of that $31 where we're finding resistance at the moment, all of you know the reason why. Any of my subscribers know the reason why. Okay, let me just quickly show you. Why would 31? Just very random there, just 31. Now look, it is previous support, rough previous support, but why there? Okay, let me go back to the 1980s. Let me take you back on a journey, people. Back to the 1980s. 1980s Fibonacci. Oh! Bang! Right on it, basically. So it's found resistance on the daily time frame. Look at that. Okay, spike above 31, failure to close. We've just opened the day, spike above 31. Oh, we haven't closed the day above it yet. We're finding resistance at the moment. This is weird. What's this random Fibonacci that we're talking about? Gee, it's only the Fibonacci levels that go back to the 1980s. Okay. Only these ones. Just this tiny little macro Fibonacci that goes from 1980 to the early 1990s. That's the high and that's the low. Those are all the Fibonacci levels in between. They have been massively respected for 45 something years. Okay, massively respected. I don't need to show you. Okay, you can just see. Look at that. You can see how they've been very well respected. Okay, over the years, and yeah, just finding some resistance right now at that 31. So we had that move up to that $35 area. Looks like the steam was running out. You saw a lower high here. That was a pretty good setup on the monthly time frame. You closed lower than the previous, than a previous peak up here. Steam running out, and so far still below 31. So you got to, I mean, that 32.20 that I showed you on that smaller time frame with the Fibonacci, got to clear there. But bare minimum, at least hold above 31. Okay, very clear. Huge level on the macro time scale. But look, very confident with silver over the longer term. Could we see a further dip? Yes, I've been talking about around about 24 US dollars could be an area. Not saying it's going there, 20-30% chance at this stage, but do watch out for it. It's hitting this trend line, but over time, we are going to be breaking $50. We'll break 35, we'll break 50, and then it's onwards and upwards in the next 5-10 years. We are moving higher and higher because cup, handle, very likely to be playing out. 99.99% guarantee, barring black swan events and massive market manipulation and the bad guys winning constantly. Okay, sure, that could happen. Yeah, that could, take you down again. Sure, why not? But that would be massive, incredible evidence, which it already is anyway, of market manipulation by the big boys. That is silver. Just took you on the wild macro ride again. Let's take a look at gold. Gold has seen a big move as well, which is interesting. Because wouldn't that seem quite opposite? Would that seem opposite to you? That silver and gold have actually moved higher with everything else. Okay, I guess it's been it's a bigger lid taken back off the pot, I guess. But it's interesting because it's tariffs are being removed, which is more risk on, and precious metals are a risk off asset. But I guess rising tide raises completely all ships. But I find that interesting that gold, along with stocks and crypto as well, we'll take a look at those after, have moved up as well. Let's have a look here in the last 24 hours. We've pumped. That's pretty decent for gold, a 4% move on a 24-hour basis. Not bad. We have not so far, and we might not, touched the preferred support zone of 2,930, anywhere down to there. I was expecting this. What I was not expecting was a big pause on tariffs. I know it was potentially being floated. I probably should have been aware of it or kept it in the back of my mind, but I did think we'd hit that 2,930. So far we haven't, and we may not do. What would give me more confidence that we shall not? Let's assume for the moment that this is the bottom now, okay? I can't guarantee that, I'm not going to say that 100% is, but let's take it from this high and this low, and where are we? Bingo, bango, bongo. Okay, so on the smaller term time frame, on the shorter time frame, the Fibonacci does come into play as well on all time frames. Okay, so take this high and this low down here, and what do you know? We're right in the expected resistance zone between the 0.382 and the 0.618. We had a spike. We closed the day just like about an hour or something ago. We closed the day technically below it. It's great to see it. Great to see us above that. Cool. Great. What we need to see is the following. Let me move you out the way. And we need to see this. That, and hold. It must hold 3,085 US dollars. And as you know, I really like the 0.786 as the ultimate confirmer. Okay, I find that things can have a bit of a fake out. Around about here you can fake out, and around about here you can fake out. It's usually interchanges between the two. That's what I found. So the ultimate confidence is clearing anywhere above 3,122. Yes, that's specific for me. 3,122 US dollars. You start clearing, closing, holding above, and then I will say it's guaranteed, basically new all-time high coming. That would negate a dead cat bounce. If you don't do it here, you're generally not going to do it here after you break the 0.786. So $3,120 is your very key level. And I will say, let me pop it in for you, because I'm that kind of guy. Let's see, 31.22, 31.20. Let's call it that. Final hurdle, new all-time highs. Cool. There you go. Watch out for 31.20. Watch out for this area right here. If we do have a dead cat bounce and we move down further, then you wouldn't want to close below. This could be, you could find a dip here, by the way. Watch out for this, where you have a dip back down to this area here of 3,040, and then that's your boop, and onwards you go. But if you do something like this, bad news bears, then you're definitely heading down to that 29.30 area bare minimum. Great to see the little pump. Weird that it is on removing of tariffs, but again, rising tide, I guess. If anyone has a better theory as to why gold is rising at the same time, a risk-off asset, let me know. That's gold. We've done silver. Here is platinum. Platinum on the daily time frame. US dollars, 936. Not a lot to say. It's had a bit of a pump as well. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about platinum. Will not be back in until it closes bare minimum over my final hurdle, 1,115, closing any month or quarter above there. I'll start getting excited for platinum if we start closing above the $1,000 mark right there, very clearly. Cool, do that, great, fantastic, onwards and upwards we go. My bias is still to the downside. I think we go into the belly of the best buy zone. Watch out for 870 and watch out for 840 as the key support levels. That's all you get for platinum. I'm going to quickly touch upon rhodium again. Okay, rhodium, again, you should not be buying. Do what you want, man. Do what you want, but you shouldn't be buying the physical rhodium. It's way too expensive. The premiums are huge. You pay GST on top of it. At least in Australia, you do. You pay a goods and services tax, whereas gold and silver and platinum don't have the goods and services tax on it, don't have the 10% tax. So, and it's also hard to get. Also, the sellback rates, selling it back to a bullion deal, you're going to get half of spot price instantly. Okay, so it's a terrible metal to be involved in physically, but you can be involved in it with a physical tracker such as this. This is called XRH0. You can get it on the London Stock Exchange. I am not in it, but I am following it. Because look at this structure. It's really interesting. So you've had the high, and by the way, this is a this is a 1/10 of an ounce equivalent of the actual spot price. So here, the price of this says it's $509, meaning the spot price of actual rhodium is $5,095. Right? Makes sense. It's just 1/10. So we've had this long consolidation. We had this move up here. That was very clearly the market structure that you needed to break. We broke it once. It was a failure. Okay, we tried a second time, failure. Although we found a lovely bottom here. Okay, that was at around about $370. We've broken back out again. So far, we have held it. So that doesn't mean we are going to. But if you do the following, we've broken out. Great. We now need to, instead of heading back down below here, okay, we need to hold this, we need to do that, and we need to do that. Once this happens right here, this is your signal. To me, this is your signal. Now, ignore the price. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you the price. This is right, that's right there. Okay, so this is where I would be looking at getting into rhodium personally. Getting into rhodium is right here at $780 US. Why? Because if you break out of here, if you do that, for example, then you come back and you test the downtrend line, okay? Then you come and you break out of here. Holy moly, very good. That's a change of market structure. Preferably what you would want is then a support off there. Then find the support of 780. So you can call it, if you want, somewhere between $780 and $850 if you want. I know it's a big difference between where we are now, but you've got to wait for confirmation. Some of you might be like, oh man, I like this rhodium, like the look of it. I'm not going to wait and I'm going to get in now. Your call, man, your call. But I would be personally waiting for a break and a hold of that right there at 780. Showing strength on there. If there's other... it depends where we are. Need confluence in terms of the relative strength index, also things like the on-balance volume, lots of other things you need to look at, not just the price, okay? What's the price of everything else doing? What's the price of gold and silver and all those other metals doing at the same time? But it's really interesting to look at rhodium at the moment. Considering getting in, we'll watch there. And in fact, what I will do while I'm here is I'm going to pop an alert on there. Alerts, and I'm going to do it once per bar when it crosses it. Great, so now that's going to alert me when it crosses $780. I'll be really interested to get into rhodium. Australian dollar to the US dollar, we had that move down below 60 cents and we're at 61.3 cents. Excuse me. Still getting over the sickness, my apologies. And finding resistance. So on the news that the releasing of the tariffs, the Australian dollar has strengthened against the US dollar. And so we're finding resistance here. So watch out for there. 62 cents. I actually want to see this go down further. Why do I want to see it go down further? Because I'm greedy and I want the stuff that I own, which is denominated in US dollars, such as the US dollars that I'm currently parked in quite a lot of. My silver, of course, usually denominated in US dollars. I want that to go up in my Australian dollars. So I actually want to see this weaken. Again, I've got to balance it with what's going on in the rest of the world, what's happening to our Australian economy if we're having a much weaker dollar, okay? So 6 of one, half, it doesn't have the other, I get it. But yeah, I'd like to see a weaker dollar. And so far, it probably might continue, okay? Once you crack above here, we'll start talking crack back above 63.5, and then we'll talk potentially higher. Okay, that's that one. Gold to silver ratio is still hovering at around about 100. Nothing to say with that at the moment. I'm still looking for a potential higher move to 112, 110 roughly. Yeah, if it breaks back below here of 96.5, then we can talk lower, but we're not there yet. That's a gold to silver ratio. Cool. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop you back on here. Give me about 2 seconds while I hack my lungs out. I'll be right back. You did not want to hear that. Okay, let's talk about Trump thing. Any comments about the Trump tariffs and all that? We can get into it. Let's go. Once again, people, the super chats are on. It does help me with the show, please and thank you. And also, I get to see your comments, and I will take chart requests, etc. We've got crypto and stuff to get to as well. Great to see so many people, excuse me, watching today. GMS says, David, great to see you. Sino is back. Morning all from sunny North Queensland. Lance believes it's a wave up before a wave down to capitulation. Yep, really could be. Yeah, USA are shooting themselves in the foot. All looking at each other now to strengthen supply chains outside of US. Sure, you could be right, Jason. Imagine all the paperwork going on in the background on these tariffs. Yeah, that's right. Got to make the best of a bad situation. Australian dollars going down means going down the toilet means gold is over 5,000. The little wins. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Hit the thumbs up, people. Yes, please. And I appreciate the the reminder to everyone. Man, that cough's a bugger. Neil's Han Dynasty. Good to see you. Big boy. Good for precious metals. Yes, that's correct. You got a few hours sleep. Only a few hours? Ooh, you got to get more than that. Got to run, says Mark Floridan. Just noting that the GSR is hugging that 100 range. AG is a great bargain. The higher it goes, the better the bargain silver is. Rhodium, Rhenium with an atomic number of 75 has a very close specific gravity to gold, 79. Thank you for that tidbit. I appreciate it. Oh, China has started gold plating it, have they? Interesting. Laugh out loud, and people still think China will be anything. Who knows? Get your comments in, get your chart requests in if there is anything. Of course, you got to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange. perthbullion.com.au, the greatest bullion dealer in all of Australia. You cannot buy internationally from Perth Bullion Exchange. Sorry to my US folks and everyone else watching around the world. Buy from your reputable dealers in your country. Hey, guess what? You're probably pretty lucky. Probably the dealers in your country, and many of them, give you free shipping when you buy over a certain amount, right? You're used to that in the States. Buy from SD Bullion, buy from APMEX, buy from all those big boys. You buy over a certain amount. It doesn't actually have to be that much either, and you get free shipping, okay? Obviously, because you're buying in bulk, you get free shipping. Well, guess what? In Australia, no bullion dealer ever in the history of Aussie bullion dealers has ever given free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. And just recently, when Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, started their business in May, just last year, they went, why the hell isn't this a thing? We're going to make it a thing. We're going to force it down the Australian bullion dealers' throats, okay? And they've been doing it very well. They offer free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. You only need 20 items. It's not a dollar value, okay? It's a quantity value, all right? So you can literally buy 20 of the cheapest thing on Perth Bullion Exchange. So the cheapest thing is $8.30 Australian cents. So that's like that's probably like a $6 equivalent US roughly, right? Buy 20 of those, okay? Watch this in the shopping cart. Look what happens. Looky, right? You can spend as little as, it's about 120 US dollars. It's about 165 Australian dollars right now, and look at that. The default comes up with the shipping charge, but if you just look down, if you've got 20 or more items, instant free shipping Australia-wide, sign-on delivery, express shipping. Come on, man. It is absolutely the best. And as I've noted before, you don't have to buy 20 of the one thing. You can buy 10 of this. Okay, now watch this. The on the right-hand side of over here above my head, what you're going to see is now there's no free shipping option, is there? You can't see that because there's less than 20 items. Okay, sure. Let's do the following. Let's go and buy something else. What do you want to buy, people? There's an amazing range. You know what? I want some quarter ounces as well. Why not? All right, I'll add 10 of those. Cool. Let's see what happens to the shopping cart. You already know what happens, but I'm showing you. Anyway, let's have a quick look here. And 10 of those. Gee, what do you know? The free shipping charge comes back because it's a quantity total in your entire order, not just on one line item. Get it? Got it? Good. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Let's go to crypto and stuff. What is that giant noise in the background? Someone's doing something very noisy. And I feel like one kid in particular is going to walk in very soon. He's probably hearing my voice. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the daily time frame, 82,530 US dollars. Just like with almost everything, we've had a little pump. Okay, great, cool, good to see. The question becomes, look, really, like everything is, there's no coincidences, okay? Isn't it interesting how, and look, I do agree and I do admit that the news comes out, Trump removing the tariffs comes out when the US stock exchange just hits like a really big support level. Yeah, okay, sure. Yep, absolutely get that. But why wouldn't you do that? Okay, why wouldn't you do that to help out the entire stock market? Okay, some people bought down there at the big support there, and then, okay, removing of tariffs. But my point is, was it going to happen anyway, regardless of that? Because have a look. It was a great little help that's happened. Although bear in mind, this is a short-term. Could this be a short-term little, news event, right? But out of interest, on the technicals, regardless of any news, this potentially could have happened anyway, at least on Bitcoin. Because have a look, you've got the bullish divergence right here. Let me show you. Okay, what do you see? What do you note? Lower low on the price through two key daily areas. Now, you already posted this daily low. That was before. So there was a day in between. So you had that spike down there, and that took it to that spike right there. Actually, right there. That formed a potential bullish divergence where number go down, relative strength index go up. Okay, then you had this higher high. A higher low than this one right here. That's setting it up nicely, not a higher high, but a higher low. So many people would be going in the first place, oh, look, bullish divergence here, lower low, higher low. That's a potential setup. Then, combined with Trump going, okay, pause on the tariffs, bingo, bango, bongo, onwards and upwards you go. So great to see. Fantastic. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods. That's the short answer for Bitcoin. Cool, great. As I've been saying, and I'll spend about another 30 seconds on this. Got to close 85,900. Got to close above 86,000. Okay. Won't talk turkey until we start closing above $96,000, $97,000. That's it. That's it. This could be a very quick move back down. It could be. We can go down to the 60s, the 70s, the whatever. Okay, this could tank from here. The cycle could be done. I need to see it at least for any kind of confidence back over that. Actually, I have to change that now. Give me 1 second. Do I have to change that? Yes, I do. Excuse me. Change it to the message of the market. So now, sorry, that's not there. That is here. My apologies. So what's that? That's at now at 87.7 because now this is the new, if this is the low, this is the new low from this high and this low. So let me change that. My apologies. 87.7. Cool. Adjust to the message of the market. 87,700 US dollars. Now that's the area that you must clear and hold. Cool, cool. Definitely got to clear that 96.97. That's still in play. But yeah, got to do this. Do that. Ah, great. And onwards and upwards. And now that's that level now at that 618 is not 97,000, it's 96,000. It's still above this uptrend line right here. So it's got to do that. And then we'll talk new all-time highs for Bitcoin, all that. Do that. I'll be happy. Don't do that. And then it's in, we could consolidate for a while, but you got to watch out for the lowest. The lower prices, that's Bitcoin. Cool. Isn't that amazing technical analysis? I'm just an amateur, people. Here is altcoins, which is the altcoins minus the top 10. Cool. Cool. That's good to see us above 200,000. 200 billion, sorry, 200 billion US dollars. Now, interestingly, we are back in, remember this zone that I showed you right here? Get rid of that and I'll get rid of you. We're back in the expected resistance range and we need to clear out of that range. And it just so happens to coincide really with that uptrend line at the same time. Great that we are back in this range. It needs to hold right here. If you don't hold that, if this, if you can come back down to here and then do that, that's fine. If you do this, bad, and that's going to break. That's going to make a lower low, okay? You can do this, that's fine. Do that, no worries. We just have to clear here. We've got to clear this area right here. Then we'll talk Turkey, okay? That's at around about your $230 billion area. And of course, we will not be celebrating at all and we will not be saying altcoin season 2025 until we at least crack. At the moment, given the time frame, yeah, it's still at, I'd say, that $280 billion mark. It's around about, it's that downtrend line, okay? So crack above there, come back as support, and then, yeah, altcoin season 2025 most likely, okay? So far, no man's land, biases to the downside at the moment until proven otherwise. Cool, cool. That's the altcoin market. Let's take a look at my old friends. Oh, interesting. Okay, here is ACH, Alchemy Pay. You know I love it from my fundamental perspective. I'm not in it. I won't be back in it until it clears over 4 cents right there. Yes, could I be missing a 100% move? Of course I could. You got to take your lumps, man. That doesn't signal any strength until you start closing above 4 cents. I'll be getting nice and cautiously interested when we clear, if we ever clear back over 3 cents and hold it. You break that Fibonacci line right there at 4 cents. Do that. Golden. It's golden, okay? But no. But look, on the positive side, we had that little dip. Excuse me. We had that dip down to 1.7 cents. We're back, technically we're back above the uptrend line right there. That's good, has to hold and follow this kind of mark like that. Do that, cool, great. Nowhere near it just yet. Potential little rally on the Trump, removing the or pausing the tariffs. Remember, those tariffs can go back like that, okay? That could happen tomorrow, okay? So you can easily see just... And regardless of what Trump does, regardless of what's happening in the news, is the price just going to do that anyway because people are just over crypto? That could be true, okay? The crypto thing could be done for this cycle. For all cycles, you never know. Anyway, that's what I need to see. Clear over. 3 cents, good. 4 cents, fantastic. XRP. What's XRP doing? Okay, great. Back to 2 cents. It is not back above. I know this is very squiggly, okay? It is not back above the $2.10 mark. That's a key Fibonacci from old highs and old lows. A very key level of support. As you can see, it's been flirting with it. So do this thing. Great. Looking good. Clear $2.60. And then I'll say, oh, well, that's a good change of market structure. And then we're really looking onwards and upwards from there. And I'll stick with that. $2.60 is your final hurdle for new all-time highs. Okay. But yeah, not there yet. So $2 got to clear and hold that $2.10 mark. Otherwise, again, this could be a blip along the way. We have gone into the best buy zone. That's $1.70 to $1.30. If that does remain as resistance, then watch out for that. Cool. I'd find some support probably at about $1.30. But again, that could just be, again, a blip along the way. Cool. So nothing is set in stone at the moment. Get it? Got it? Good. What else did I talk about? Let me go back here. What did I talk about? I said silver. I said gold. I said BTC. What else did I say? ACH, XRP. I did say TOSHI, didn't I? Cool. Let me quickly talk about TOSHI for the TOSHI fam. Here is TOSHI on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars. Nice little pump. Okay. 00025, bouncing off and finding support at the moment at the top end of that zone that I talked about at 0.0022, anywhere down to 0.0018. Finding support at the top end there. Good to see. Did you buy the dip? Have you made a little profit? Did you buy perfectly here and then you're up a little bit? Sure. Have a really tight stop loss on this, okay? If you don't have a stop loss, not a great idea not having a stop loss. I've certainly made that mistake many times before. But you want to have a stop loss, maybe 1% below where you got in, something like that. Just take your lumps if it goes down further, because TOSHI could easily just, like everything else, it might be a little bit of a relief because of the Trump tariff pause. Watch out for a resistance here. Clearly previous support right there. Watch out for resistance at around about 0.0029, and then you could easily see that. Okay, so we're not out of the woods with TOSHI, but a nice little pump in the last 24 hours roughly because of good old Trumpy McTrump. And I will not be optimistic about TOSHI until we break at least, that's not 00. How dare I? Until it breaks at least. I'll get cautiously optimistic if it breaks 0004. Cool. No problem. Do that. Great. Clear 0007. Really good sign. Again, am I happy to miss from here to confirm that we're going to continue onwards and upwards? Yes, I'll miss that. I'll miss a doubling. I'll miss a tripling. That's fine because nothing is set in stone. Okay. I would be cautiously optimistic here. I might consider scaling in maybe to TOSHI if we break the 0.0004 mark. Okay, I might scale in with some very tight stop losses. Okay, but then you do that. That's really ultimate confirmation and total game on. You break 0.0009, call it the 001 if you want. That is game on. Not saying that's happening at all. Again, crypto could be completely done, but that's what I need to see. Let me know in the comments, in the replies, if you are still holding TOSHI, if you're still a massive TOSHI maxi, or if you have gotten out previously and then you're looking to get back in. Where is your point that you want to get back into TOSHI? Leave me a comment, people. The wonderful TOSHI fam. Final comments and queries? Might take a chart request. Let's have a look. Just got here. Hello, all, says Posh Sloth. Hello, Posh Sloth. Ah, Posh Sloth. Nice to see you. Ah, Posh Sloth. Let's see. Knackers O'Reilly. Anyone seen the new round from Bullion Now of the 1 ounce cowboy and Native American silver? No, which is designed to be broken in half. Oh, I saw the thumbnail for that video. Yeah. I saw the thumbnail for that video, but haven't seen the actual round itself. I enjoyed watching them try to break it on the video. All right. Shameless plug for myself. Are you ready? If you would like to see a video from Bullion Now, if you would like to enjoy watching two people try to break open silver, and some of you know where I'm going with this. Of course, as you know, I worked for Bullion Now. I was their first employee. I suggested, started, launched, and grew the YouTube channel. That was me for 3 years, from day dot of the business till when I left nearly 20,000 subscribers, all the epic unboxing videos and all that. We did some crazy stuff. One of the craziest things we did, it's still on the channel, is we attempted, and I'll say attempted, to saw in half a 1,000 ounce bar of silver. Live on camera, not live on camera, on camera. There's a bit of time lapse going on because it's taking a bit of time. So watch for that video. I think it's probably titled something like we sawed a 1,000 ounce bar in half or something like that, or trying to saw in half a 1,000 ounce bar, silver bar, something like that. Go to the YouTube, go to Bullion Now's YouTube channel, see all the wonderful stuff that I did for them. Okay, and check out that video. Had a lot of views, and might get a few more if you watch it. And also, if you would like me to help you, like I help many other clients, launch and grow YouTube channels to the same success that Bullion Now has had, okay? It's what I've been doing for a very long time for different businesses. As you know, I also worked for Ainslie Bullion. I came in and I revitalized their channel. It was a real copy and paste job. I was there for about a year, nearly 2 years, okay? And I came in, revitalized the channel, gave them a plan, this, that, and the other, and now they went from like 1,000 subscribers. Now they're over 5,000 subscribers, I think, maybe 500 subscribers, creating pretty much daily content these days, because I came in and revitalized and gave them the tools for success. So I can do that for your company, or for a company that you know could do with some social media stuff, and pretty much any business can. You might think your business can't. It's like, I work for a business that just makes these random widget things. Okay, you could be right, but most of the time it could do with, it's amazing the kind of YouTube channels and social media that people are willing to watch. There are channels where people, just film themselves knitting, okay? There are huge knitting YouTube channels that have probably millions of followers and millions of subscribers, okay? You can do it with your own business, okay? So what I'm asking you to do is reach out to me, or send anyone that has a business to me, gmstackers@gmail.com, gmstackers@gmail.com. I will help them or you launch and build and grow, or revitalize. If you have social media, you need me to have a look at it, because I can really do well for it. And I'll work with you, and I'll teach you the skills of how to do it, or someone within your company. I have a 10-week one-on-one content blueprint course, okay? Yes, it costs you money, but the initial consultation, completely free of charge. Yeah? gmstackers@gmail.com. Quick little plug for me. Why not? I'm allowed to. Living Out of Man is here. Good to see you, my friend. Missed this chat for a while. Only here by fluke today. Has had to come back to put shorts on, sweating out in the yard. Were you just wearing no pants? Oh, no, you're wearing jeans. Okay. I get it. Where are you? You're up in, you're in the top end. Is that right, Living Out of Man? Is that right? Is that why it's so warm up there today? Catching my breath while I think. Good on you. Yeah, it is always good to see you, my friend. GMS says, Rip City Bandwagon. Great to see you on the channel. Have you changed your name? I don't recognize your YouTube handle. For first time participator in the live chat. Any more comments? Any chart requests for anything? No, I think we're pretty much good. Have I done it for the day? You know what? I've done it for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching Good Morning Stackers. Oh, as I cough out a lung, for Thursday, the 10th of April, 2025. We talked about the Trump tariff thing. We've done live gold, silver, other asset stuff. No chart requests. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just let you get on with the day, but you've got to stick around at least for the final synchronized slurp. I'll read this last comment. Just tuning in now, so we'll need to watch from the beginning. Watch the replay and use the time codes if you need to. Finally, people, grab your tasty beverages. We will do the synchronized slurp as we dance it out with one of two theme songs, because you have been watching.
Good morning, Stack.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stack.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronize.
3,
slurp.
2,
Now
1,
we're
go.
on the move. Good
Oh, that was a
morning,
deep synchronized slurp. Had to go deep there. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you
Podcast
tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Bye.